Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's our part 2 of our Unholy Death Knight review. And my god, these cards have amplified. They have picked up. These are ridiculously good. You're probably going to want to run 3 Unholy runes. I can tell you that much. They're very strong. And if you want to win some of these cards, by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet. We have a giveaway going on for 2 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders out of my pocket. All you guys do is like, comment in the video description below, subscribe to the channel. Every 1,000 subs until all the cards are out, we're adding another mega bundle. Okay, we got that out of the way. So let's get into the cards because, yeah, this Unholy deck is really starting to come together, and I think you're going to want to run 3 Unholy runes. I can't imagine not wanting to run these 2 cards in particular. Starting off with Grave Strength. It is an epic card, but in the core set, so you will get it for free. 4 mana, Shadow Spell. Give your minions +1 attack. That's a permanent buff, but like, who cares, right? +1 attack, that's bad. However, there's a catch. If you spend 5 corpses, you give them +3 instead. That is Bloodlust for Shaman, 5 mana spell. You're getting it for 1 mana cheaper and permanent. This is a permanent buff. And if we've seen all these cards, these reborn cards, these sticky cards. This is going to be hard to clear these boards from these Unholy Death Knights. And you're going to be fueling it with corpses, in particular the next card, which is just, it's really good. This is just an incredible finisher that you have to clear like every board or you're gonna blow up, right? Like, think about Bloodlust with Shaman, you know, when that has been meta, isn't right now, but when it has been, it's like you've had to clear like every board or you die. And it's gonna be like that times a bit more for the Death Knight. And again, they have such resiliency in terms of reborn minions, all these minions that just, you know, you can go wide with tokens, you can put anti-magic shell, make things untargetable. This card scares me as a really strong finisher, to the point where I'm like, are you really going to want to play an Unholy deck without this in your deck? So I feel like Unholy, more so than maybe Frost, you really want the 3 runes in there, but we'll have to see. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's super strong, and but I don't think it's the strongest card in this Unholy set because, well, let's take a look at it. This card here is also just insanely good in my opinion. We have Plagued Grain. It's a 1 mana spell, no spell school. Again, part of the core set, so you'll get it for free. Requires 3 Unholy runes. But this is just crazy. So right away, gain 4 corpses. 1 mana, gain 4. We've seen all these cards where you want to play like 3, 5, whatever. You play this on turn 1, you immediately get 4. You can immediately set up almost everything you want to pull, you know, get out, right? But on top of that, it's not just gain corpses. You're also shuffling 4 crates into your deck that summon a 2/2 undead when drawn. So you could theoretically on turn 1 play a Plague Grain, and then if you're really lucky, you top deck 8/8 in stats the next turn, which will also turn into more corpses. You could have 8 corpses potentially in like a couple of turns. Obviously, that's not going to happen very often. That's a high roll, unless you're my opponent. And it's going to happen literally every time. Then I will complain on stream. I will cry. I'll go flame the devs or something, right? Like, how can you design this? It's ridiculous. I can't stand random. But regardless, I just like, this is the fuel generation for like all corpse decks. That I feel like these 2 cards in particular, like, they're just gonna be that, like, that glue, the fundamentals for Unholy Death Knight that you're absolutely gonna want to put into that deck, at least if you're going for the one that's fighting for board. And like, well, I mean, what else are you doing with Unholy? It's all reborn and taunts and mass bodies and buffs. This is great fuel, and it does have no immediate presence, but it's only 1 mana. So you could play it pretty early and maybe try and cycle and, again, get those 2/2s, get things buffed, and then all of a sudden you have a board and you play Grave Strength and you hit it. I think, and this can go into other decks that aren't just like going wide decks, right? Anything that wants corpses, which is a lot of Death Knight decks, in particular the Unholy. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. I haven't given much of that yet. give it a lot of threes. I see the comments, it's all threes, but I mean, the average card is going to be about a 3, and that's the average. It makes sense that the majority of cards are 3s, but no, I think this is like auto include, really strong card that's just gonna fuel things going forward. And I don't know, for me, Unholy has been the more interesting of the archetypes, although we'll have to see tomorrow with blood and all that, but we're not done quite yet. Kripp had some reveals, and well, let's take a look at what the vegan salt lord had for us. And well, Kripp has revealed one hell of a legendary spell. That's right, Death Knight, in its first inception, its first expansion, gets a legendary spell, the Scourge. I don't know, I always butcher everything, but yes, a 9 mana shadow spell. So Warlock steals this and copies with Tamsin somehow. Look out. You need 2 unholy runes, so yeah, be aware of that. You don't have to go all in on it, but you need at least 2. You fill your board with random undead. That can be literally anything. That can be just a crappy little 2/2. That could be a whatever. And well, shout out to Kripp. Let's use his footage he showed here. Check out his video. By the way, we'll drop a like. I've been subscribed for like forever. So shout out to Kripp. Yeah, the way it looks is you play it and the animation's pretty cool and all of that. And it's bumping up and down. And there you go. You got a bunch of random stuff. And you can see right off, we got 9 mana, get a 7/7 rush, a couple death rattles, a legendary card, stuff I don't think we've even seen yet, so we don't know exactly what some of these cards are, but they're undead cards. And yeah, you get an immediate board presence that'll fuel your corpses. So is that good? I don't know. 9 mana, get random crap. It's very expensive, and you might not get very good stuff. So there's not a great way of cheating this out that I can think of. I mean, in Wild, you have Kael'thas. You can make this a 1 mana spell, I suppose. But overall, I just don't... I mean, when they're showing that as a demonstration, I'm not like super sold on it. And this is the last of the unholy cards for Death Knight. There's no more. And just thinking of all the stuff we have seen, it seems like a very expensive payoff card with no real payoff. It's just random stats. It's a lot of stats, and it can be absurd. You can high roll, get death rattles, rush, whatever. It's just like, is that going to be consistent enough to run a 9 mana card? You could just get like amalgams. You could literally get 9 2/3s, right? Because amalgams are undead. It can be quite the disaster. So the fact it's not reliable to be something that's gonna like fight for board, it could just be a mishmash of garbage. I just feel like this is like just not very good. I just don't see it as being very good. I think the memes are there, but I guess we'll have to see. Like maybe the average undead, after all the undead are revealed, because we don't know what they all are yet, maybe the average one is just like incredible, and getting 7 of them is really good. Have I been saying 9? I don't know. 9 mana worth, 7 undead minions. I can't re-record at this point. Anyways, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I think it's actually kind of just bad, but it does fill your corpses. It is a board fill. It's just like, it might not do anything, and that's kind of bad. So I'll give it a 2, because I do think there is a chance it's like a good fuel generation card, but 9 mana, man, that's very expensive. So yeah, 2 out of 5 in standard and wild, and that's all the unholy cards. So tomorrow is all the blood cards, so we'll probably have 2 more reviews. We'll split it up again, and well, stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.